We have teams on the ground in Egypt and here in the newsroom in London, keeping us up to date with all the latest developments. And Anne-Marie Tomczak joins us now from the World's newsroom. Anne-Marie.
Hi Tim, yes, behind me here is the BBC World News production team. Our producers are keeping us up to date with all of the latest news headlines and the latest, freshest pictures. Now they're also working closely with our colleagues in radio, which is just over that way, and online. And I just want to take you up to the user-generated content hub, because that takes in a lot of material from eyewitnesses, stills, moving pictures. And I'm joined by Susanna. Susanna's with me, she's one of the producers. Susanna, what have you been seeing from Egypt today?
Well, social media users have been circulating material broadcast on Egyptian TV, some of which is very, very graphic. Twitter users have also been retweeting perhaps the most dynamic, the most powerful images from events.
One of them is this one that you can
One
see
of them
on your
is this
screen
one,
just
yes,
here.
of a woman standing in front of a bulldozer. The journalist who took this has since said that she was actually standing in the way of a wounded protester. She was stopping the bulldozer reaching him. But what's been very valuable to us is social media has also been a way of local Cairo people sharing their experiences. So we've seen pictures, for example, from a woman who overlooked all the events that have been happening in one of the squares. And she said at one point that the tear gas was so powerful that she had to shut her window and retreat back into the house. But we've been able to use those images and also able to use her as an eyewitness today.
Susanna, thank you. Well, Simona, you work on BBC Monitoring, and it looks at what the press coverage is in other parts of the world and what's coming in there.
Indeed, not just press, but my Cairo colleagues have been looking at all the main Egyptian TV channels. And I know that the main message, the main observation they made earlier is how deeply polarised and divergent the TV coverage has been. So you've got, on the one hand, you've got the anti-Morsi camp, which is mainly state TV channels and also well-established private TV channels. And they're really keen to portray the pro-Morsi supporters as a violent group of people that are really keen to report casualties among the security staff caused by the protesters. On the other hand, you've got the pro-Muslim Brotherhood TV channels that are obviously supporting the deposed President Morsi. They're really keen again to show really graphic footage. So, for example, earlier my Cairo colleagues reported they saw footage of dead, bloodied bodies lined up on the ground. So, really graphic footage coming out of there. So, the language these two groups use is also telling. So, you've got the pro-Morsi camp, for example, describing the protesters as extremists.
So you see those images, but how do you decipher what the headlines are on the screen as well? Because you've shown us some of the screen grabs from the television networks.
It goes back to what I was saying about the language that we use and the captions. So both groups are really keen to show and demonstrate that they've got a just cause. So as I said, the picture is very polarised, and I think it's just reflecting the deep divisions within Egyptian society at the moment.
Simona, thanks for joining us. And Susanna, thank you as well. Well, we will continue to keep you up to date on all developments, and do check out our website, bbc.com/news, all of the latest developments there. Tim, back to you.
Anne-Marie, thank you very much. Anne-Marie there in the newsroom.